Hi, Caleb from Brownells here, and in today's quick tip, we're going to be installing a new brace from SB Tactical. And when I say new brace, it's not really that new. This is one that was designed by Q, and it's the Honeybadger PDW brace. So if you're familiar with the Honeybadger, you've seen this type of setup before. So you can get it for any standard AR-15, and that's what we have here. So we're going to be installing it on a basic AR-15 lower receiver. And it's pretty straightforward, so let's just kind of jump right into it. And also, this is indeed a pistol brace, right? So you can run it on your, not SBRs. They're technically not pistols, but pistols. You know how it goes. All right, so first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to be securing our lower receiver in our Vise block here, using a Midwest Industries block in the Brownells Vise, okay? So we'll get this on. And if you need help installing anything else on your lower receiver, we have plenty of content for that. For all intents and purposes here, we're just fast forwarding to the stock install. Okay, so when you receive the brace, it's going to come something like this here. You just push the button and it will extend from the cheek piece on the rails. And just go ahead and open it up all the way. And this tube may or may not be sitting in there when you get it. Just pull the tube out. Okay, so first things first. Basic AR tube installation type thing here. Alright, so we'll just thread this in here. And of course make sure you get your retainer detent pushed down as you thread it in. And I will say with this, they do include Loctite. And the instructions said to put Loctite on there. You can do that if you want. But they're, I'm not putting Loctite where the buffer tube mounts to the receiver. I haven't done it in the past ever. I actually recommend against it. So that's how we're gonna do it. All right. So the back of this thing, I'll show it to you here. Has this area here. You can use a 3/4 inch driver, or you can just use a wrench. We're just gonna use a wrench here to make things nice and easy. But you can definitely throw a socket on there. Alright, so nice and easy. We'll just tighten that down. Alright. Alright, so that's on there, nice and snug. Alright, so now we can take the actual braced portion, and you're just going to slide it over this tube. And just keep an eye on your rear takedown spring. You don't want to kink that one up. And we'll just stop about right there where the spring starts contacting it, because we are then going to need to take our castle nut, and if you notice the threads here, this is where your castle nut's going to go. Alright, so we'll just slide that castle nut on, and then at this point you're thinking, man, that castle nut's hard to thread on over this thing because it's sitting recessed in there. But that's okay, because they included this handy dandy castle nut tool. So you just slide it over, and we'll turn it. And just get it as tight as you can by hand. Alright. And whenever it's hand tight, it should be all the way against the receiver. There should be no play there. And now we just need to add a little bit of torque to it. And the way they recommend that in the instructions is to actually take a hex wrench. It doesn't have to be a hex wrench, it could be, you know, whatever device, but the flats on it fit in here pretty well. And then you just apply torque to it that way. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit more. Alright, and you don't have to go too crazy on it. And then your buffer and spring, install just like any other buffer and spring, but this buffer is a lot shorter, as well as the spring. And you just push them in there. Alright, and you can collapse it all the way down, and you have a super compact braced lower receiver. Alright, so if you have any questions, comments, any experience with this product, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. And as always, if you need help with anything ever, for any reason, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.